Welcome into this Monday morning, 10:35. That's the time as we are starting off our week on the 17th day of February. In the studio now, Jon and Lisa, Community RV and Boat Storage.
Hello.
I learned that because I was dyslexic and put the other word first. How are we doing today, guys?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. It's a little chilly in the studio. 29 is actually the studio temperature, not the outside temperature yet. But with that being said, really great to have you all in studio. And really, Community RV and Boat Storage, a lot of people are having a need right now.
Yeah. There's been a big influx of people buying campers in the last few years, and we're finding out people need a place to put them that don't want to keep it in their driveway.
Right. Well, and, the neighbors get grouchy, or whatever happens. And really, just to have a nice, safe place to keep everything secured.
Yeah, keep it undercover and keep the weather off of them. We had those storms back in January.
That was fun.
And we drove around. We saw all these campers sitting out with 2 inches of ice on them. And we're thinking, man, we need to get this thing out there so people know it's there. So
take me through that. When they come into your facility, take me through how the weather conditions, really don't bother it there.
Right. We just built a new facility up in Jerseyville behind Walgreens, and we've got 64 spaces, 30 and 40 foot bays, and some with electric, some without, in case somebody needs to plug in. And just keeps the weather off of them, and we've got bird netting on there to keep the birds off of them.
Wow.
And keeps it out of the weather, out of the sun in the summertime too. So it's easy access, getting in and out, and we're thrilled to have it open.
Well, here, let me show them some. Let me show them the picture. Here's where your RV and camper could be resting. Look at that.
Yeah,
is that it? Correct?
That's the one. Yep.
I will find a way to get these things out there, That's really cool, though. But you're right. I mean, with all of the weather changes, I always wondered about that, especially for boats.
Man.
Yeah,
boat covers, those, it's usually just a canvas cover, and, you get ice on it, and then plus the sun just bakes it.
Right.
So it's just keeps it out of the elements and makes it last longer. Up in Jerseyville, the farmers, they keep all their equipment inside for a reason.
Right.
And people pay such amount of money for RVs and boats, and all you're doing is preserving the life of what your investment is.
See, that's what I think too. Why would you leave, especially with the way our weather is? It gets hot, cold, cold. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Now, you had the Brighton location for 3 years?
Yes, we've had it for 3 years. We got that, and it's got mini storage, and we started with that, and then we kind of got an idea, well, we could put some outside storage in the back of this thing. So we cleared the trees and put a fence around it, put some dusted on lights in, camera system, and that is an outside facility over there. And that was our first go around, and it's doing fantastic. Then we came across a piece of ground up in Jerseyville and had the idea, wow, we could put something undercover. So
there you go. Well, and why not? Now I got to ask you: have you had any of the any great items to be stored yet? Has someone come in with some wild stuff to say, Well,
I've had a guy come down the street with his tractor up in Jerseyville, and he put it in storage. He's got it in there. Didn't see that coming. But I guess anything you've got, bring it in, and cars, trucks, any equipment, that kind of thing. We're kind of geared for boats and RVs, but whatever.
Well, if it fits, it'll work, right?
If it fits, it stays undercover. So,
what led to you getting involved in this?
Well, we had rental properties for several years, and it's always been real good and everything. But then it's maintaining and keeping up with all the repairs and stuff that go with that. We thought, man, we need something a little bit easier, and we noticed that around everywhere you go, the RV storage and mini storage, they're full.
Right. Everywhere. You're
everywhere. Right. And we've got a camper ourselves, and we had to drive, 45 minutes to take it somewhere to put it in for the winter.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's like, hey, I got an idea. Why don't we just do one? Because there's not any necessarily close that you can get your stuff out of the weather, and And so that it just dawned on us, why don't we build our own and just go with it?
And they will come.
Yes, and it has. And so far it's been great.
Did you expect it to be that quick?
Well, it's gone really, really good. But now that we're getting the word out, that's when the phone's really starting to ring.
Yeah.
So it's been a really good experience. And people, people that camp and boat, they're just a different breed. They show up and they're just, we've got a guy that camps over in Batchtown along the river, and they live in Arkansas. And they brought their camper over, and he goes, man, this is perfect. I don't have to drag this all the way home. I can store it for the winter. We'll pick it up in the spring. So it worked out perfect.
Wow.
We've got a couple of those where they're just like, oh, man, I don't have to haul this thing around. I get it back out of the weather.
Well, and I got to ask you, how does the business dynamic work here? So who's got what role?
Well, she keeps better tabs of the books and stuff. I'm kind of the hands-on, if something needs to be done or repaired or whatever, I'll jump in and do that. But she kind of handles the money and the security part of it.
So you're the boss.
Yes. She tells me what needs to be done.
Now, did you ever find yourself to be business owners? I mean, did you think this was going to happen ever?
Well, we have been business owners.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Years ago we had our own inspection business over in St. Louis, and we did real well with it. And so we're kind of entrepreneurial anyway.
Okay.
And this just seemed like a need in the community in the Madison County, Jersey County, Macoupin County area that just wasn't being met. There just wasn't anywhere to go.
Right.
So we just had a niche and thought, man, what a good idea. Let's do it. So
it's brilliant. I mean, and honestly, if there's a need, fill it, and that's kind of how I always, encounter life. And I mean, you guys have got a great thing going on.
Yeah.
Just seeing it on your website and the drone footage and all that. Whose idea was that? Who was the drone footage?
That was her friend that's doing our webpage stuff. And he has a drone. He did some flying around, and actually, she just called him and told him we need to update that because the gates that we have, the automatic gates up there, we just finished last week, so they're coded, they're ready to go, and so we'll have to update it because now it's finished up there.
Well, and what I think is really just impressive is your pricing.
Yeah.
It is very, competitive is an understatement.
Yeah, well, we called around to make sure, because our ultimate goal was to be competitive.
Right.
And we want to be the best deal. So if somebody's calling around, they're going to go, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to be out of the ballpark because I'd rather do well and it be full than trying to make too much and only have a handful of people in there.
Right.
So it's more cost effective to just be the best price that you can be, and that's what we really, really strive for.
100%.
Yeah.
Getting back in, how many spaces do you have available?
We've got 64 up in Jerseyville, and there's I think 32 right now in Brighton that are outside. And the one in Brighton is actually we can expand once that gets full. It's getting there, and we've got more room in the back, and it's on the list of things to do.
This is really cool. You guys got a moment to take a quick break with me?
Sure.
We'll come back. We'll talk more about community RV and boat storage. 2 locations, one in Jerseyville, brand spanking new, and then one in Brighton. We'll come back with more Daily Show on this Monday after this.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. osfoncall.org/virtual visit.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Brant Walker knows how to get results for Alton because he's done it. As Mayor Brant froze the property tax levy and balanced the budget, his economic development policy stimulated $116 million in private capital investment. Community policing and increased resources for public safety led to a decrease in crime. And under Brant Walker's leadership, Alton secured more than $10 million in extra grant funds for infrastructure and park improvements. Move Alton forward with Brant Walker.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Hello, it's me. Welcome back, Daily Show hitting you on a Monday morning. We're taping this on a Friday. I gotta share with you the news. This is not a political stunt from CJ. I promise you I'm not going to go on any rant or anything, but breaking at 2:41, Governor Pritzker has announced that he's renaming Lake Michigan to Lake Illinois officially. So there we go. A win for Illinois. We're taking it right to Michigan. You know, what the hell? You know what? You won't have to worry about Lake Michigan over here at Community RV and Boat Storage because they got you covered. A very secure location with great facilities. I mean, the ceilings are huge on these.
Yeah. We when we were building those, they said, well, standard is 14 or 14 and a half, and boy, I tell you, some of them that have pulled in, I'm glad we bumped it up. We added another 1.5 feet to make sure that we were definitely high enough. And there's a couple of fifth wheels that have pulled in that look like they're big enough to live in. And
wow. I'm
glad we did the extra height because they are big.
I'm sure your clients are saying thank you for doing that too.
Yeah, and the guy, ironically, the guy from Arkansas said he was having a time finding something that was big enough for his camper to fit in.
I'm sure.
And he said, yeah, this is definitely tall enough and definitely wide enough. The bays are 12 feet wide, and that height is, I think, 16 feet. So we're incredible. Yeah. So if it doesn't fit in there, you can't be on the road.
That's true. That's a good way to look at it. Anyway, no spaceship will fit in there. Is what we're saying.
No.
But what I think's really cool is, there's a lot of talk because credit cards just are not anyone's friend as a small business owner with these fees.
Oh yeah.
You give your customer an incentive. If you pay cash or check with your fees every month, you save $5.
That's correct. Yeah. It's easier. It's more convenient, and honestly, most of the customers we have go that route anyway. In fact, some of them, they'll pay 6 months ahead, write a check, and it's like, okay, see you in 6 months. So it's more convenient. You can pay in person up there or drop it off. We got a night drop, and we just make it as easy as we can for them.
Well, and it seems like that's really good for the consumer to know too, because sometimes payment options, if you're out of town, you don't want to keep sending checks over the mail. Just pay it for so you're really good at working with folks over there.
We just make it as simple as we can, and a lot of people just appreciate it, and they take advantage of you doing that, and they'd rather do it in person. It's funny like that. We do have the online sign up. You can do everything online, pick your spot. We make it easy for the people that like doing that, but we found that a lot of people like a impersonal relationship. They come and talk to you, they walk through, they take a look, and at this point it's like, well, take your pick here, which ones you're comfortable getting into and out.
Right.
So it works good that way. Yes.
It's just great. And now if you want a physical location for Jerseyville, 310 McBride Street, that's
Correct.
just, man, that's right behind Walgreens.
Yes,
You're right.
right behind Walgreens, easy to get to, right off the main drag in Jerseyville.
And now, Brighton, what's your guys' address?
It is 15441 State Highway 111. If you're leaving Walmart coming through Godfrey, take 111 toward Brighton, about halfway up on the left. You can't miss it. You'll see us. You'll see all the campers. You'll see the storage buildings back there, and you can't miss it.
This is just so cool. And you guys can go online at any time to rvboatstorage.rentals.
Correct.
And you will see this. So that's what we're taking you to now, where you can see some of these plots. I'm zoomed in because I can't see
Yeah, there
them
you
all.
go.
But you can go through and see. I mean, look at that. That's the 12 by 40, by the way.
Yes.
But your 10 by 10s are starting at, at $30 a month.
Right. Yeah, well, like I said, we try to keep it as cheap and as efficient. You
incredible.
get your riding lawnmower out of the winter weather, and not clutter up your drive or your garage.
I mean, look at that. A 12 by 40 with electric, you're looking at only 130. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's truly amazing.
Yeah. That's what we're striving for.
How do you guys do online bookings too? Can you book online?
Oh yeah.
And over the phone?
You can do everything online. You go to the website, and if you just Google RV boat storage in Jerseyville, you'll find us, and you'll see both locations on there. You can take a pic, and there's drawings showing each individual lot, which ones are open. You can pick on the one you want. It gives you all the prices, and you can reserve it.
Well, and I think it's great for folks to know. I mean, there's 24/7 access to this facility. Security cameras. It's lit up real nice. And how long does that take of a process to really get a facility secure?
Well, it's like herding cats. It's been a long process. It took us the better part of last year to get this thing built. It's
Really?
brand new.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, between the buildings, the site preparation, the buildings, dealing with stuff with the city, the lights, the electric, we had to put in a new electric panel going to the pole. The security system, we had to have a guy come out, and there's 16 cameras, so we've got every inch of it covered in and out, and there's a lot to it. So it took quite a bit to get everything together, and it just did. We literally just started the middle of December. So it's brand new.
Whoa.
It just opened.
Man, you're off to a hot start.
Yeah,
if that's the start time, that's impressive.
Yeah, it was. We were really pushing to get in before the end of the year. We just made it.
Wow. And now, when it comes to just that, I think it's great for you guys to know that. I mean, you have a top-notch. I mean, that's brand spanking new. There isn't just upgrades. This is just new.
Yeah, this is a brand new building. We had a crew come in from Oklahoma that this is what they do, and boy, they got after it, and they made it look beautiful. It's a really nice facility.
It really is. I mean, you just looking at the pictures, I mean, you put a lot of effort into this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we wanted it to be, people take their investment, they insure it with us to take care of it. And we want it to be a nice facility, easy in and out, and it needs to be top notch, and it is.
Really cool. And now, on the flip side of that, just in case folks are watching this and just tuning in and out of it this morning, any indoor storage at any of these facilities?
Yeah, we've got the mini storage up in Brighton. We've got 5 by 10s, 10 by 10s, 10 by 15, 10 by 20, and 10 by 25, and those are available. And then we've got the 10 by 10 inside, like for lawnmowers, motorcycles, that kind of small equipment. 10 by 15, that's where the guy put his tractor. Oh boy. And then the 10, and then the 12 by 30s and the 12 by 40s for the campers and boats, and that kind of thing. So.
Well, just for the folks, in case they're ready to make that phone call today, you guys are going to save, really, because just what your prices are. I mean, that's what I mean. You're
definitely.
Comparatively speaking, this is great. And where do you see your additions coming in the next couple of years? Do you have plans?
We're over, if you know where Olin is, their property over there off of 111 in Brighton, our property goes all the way back to them. It's a quarter mile back, and we've only used a third of it.
Oh.
So we've got some more room to expand, and that'd be the direction there. As soon as it gets full, we're going to start taking more trees out and expanding it. So we've got some room there. Jerseyville's full, but Brighton, we still got room to expand.
Brighton, room to grow. And
Yes.
now over there, you guys are almost finished up with some branding because you got. So what is this now? Community art at Community Storage. We got you covered.
Yeah, that's kind of our tagline because people can stick it in their head that man, I need a place to get this thing out of the weather, and we got you covered. Bring it
I
over.
love it.
And there you go. You're good to go.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by today.
Appreciate it, CJ.
For more information, rvboatstorage.rentals, or you can find out more just by Googling or giving them a phone call, 618-494-8811. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. We'll link everything on an article on RiverBender.com. We'll take a quick break and wrap up this Monday morning next.